Hello and welcome back to A Course in Miracles, Workbook Lesson 72. Today's lesson is Holding Grievances is an Attack on God's Plan for Salvation. So basically, today's lesson is telling us that the ego has made us attribute things to it that we should be attributing to God and vice versa. So through holding our grievances and holding on to attack thoughts, we are essentially boiling everybody else down to their body, which means that we must also be our body. And that is because if we are focusing on what it is that we do with our body, actions and what words we choose to speak instead of who we actually are. And because of that, we are only viewing the body, and by only viewing the body, we are forcing our image of God into a body because God has to be similar to us. And in that, having the subconscious belief that we have been given nothing but death because we live and then we die because we are nothing but the body. And so through today's practices, we are opening ourselves up to receive the answer from God himself, what his salvation is, instead of trying to figure it out ourselves through our ego thoughts that come through. So for the long practice periods, we are going to sit in basically meditation and ask, what is salvation, Father? I do not know. Tell me that I may understand. And sit in silence until we receive an answer. So we're trying to ask this of God himself instead of through our ego. So the ego will probably come up and tell you that you're trying to make something up or that an answer isn't coming. And if that happens, just repeat the phrase again and wait for it. And when you do receive a response, know that that is the truth because you are going to the truth to receive the truth. And for the shorter practice periods, it's recommended that we do 1 or maybe 2 times per hour for a short, about a minute or so period, where again, we sit with our eyes closed and ask, holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Let me accept it instead. What is salvation, Father? And listen for anything that comes up.